I don't have an example of what we're going to be making today, but let me just give you a brief idea. I'm using a very thick wire. It is 10 gauge. It comes off an old field coil, and I've burnt off all the old varnish. Then I've just got, I think it's about a 6 mil little pipe here. I'm going to nip off two little pieces and we're going to fix them onto the cuff ends at the end. It's a very simple bracelet that we're going to make. I've just got this little vice attached to my coffee table inside. I'm doing a night video again. And it's a simple twisted bracelet, which is hammered, textured. The simplicity of it is actually what makes it lovely. Anyway, it's quite heavy going. Going to be doing quite a bit of annealing. So let's get this into the vise and start twisting. Okay, I'm just going to pull it up and twist with an Allen key. It's pretty strong and it doesn't take up too much space. You can get quite a nice grip on it. Okay, let's just get our middle mark here quickly. About there. Just give it a little guidance here. And what I've done is I've taken my measurements. This is for my wrist, taken from the middle, swing around, and you get to the middle again. So this is mine, but I have doubled this, okay, because we're obviously twisting it together. And the intention is to make this slightly bigger. It's not going to be for myself. So I'm just going to eyeball the size at the end, but I have made it slightly longer. Just get a nice grip in there. I hope this little vise is strong enough. Okay, and we don't want to tighten it up too much, twist it up too much, and have too much tension on it. Um, Probably about 10, let's see, probably about 10 turns, three. Let's go a bit more, 11, 12. I'll tell you why, because when we start hammering it, we actually want those two wires to split apart slightly, giving us a gap. We don't want this twist too compact. Okay, I think that's done the trick. Okay. I'm going to twist these two wires together. When I start hammering, I don't want them to split apart. I might want to put a piece of wire on there as well. Wrap it up a bit. Yeah, I think I made my wire a little bit short, so I don't want it. I'm going to use every little bit of this piece of wire, so I don't want it splitting any further. Just do that. See if that works. Okay, I'm going to anneal this again. After that twist, it was quite a heavy twist. Okay, so we're going to hammer a little bit. We're just going to hammer it flat, and then we'll pin a little bit of pattern into it. So you basically want to don't where it crosses there. Don't hammer it too flat. It'll be end up as a weak point on your bracelet. Be very careful. Don't hit your copper too thin there. And I'm hitting slightly at an angle. You'll notice I'm actually making marks in the copper. So if I had a chasing hammer, it would be nice and smooth, but this is being used for a bit of texture as well. We're not going to hammer the sides at all. Okay, the wires are splitting apart, which gives it quite a nice effect. We've still got a little bit more we can hammer on the joins there. We can still go a bit further. I think we're basically at the limit now. I just want to take this off and just tap that there a bit. That one we can leave. Okay, it's got like a spring again. It's hard. This 10 gauge hardens, work hardens very, very quickly, so I've got to anneal again. All right, now just to peen it a little bit. And as I say, we're going to leave the sides nice and smooth. Just for a contrasting effect, basically. So you've got texture over on your top, and then the sides are nice and clean. Okay. And I'm not going to be hitting on that cross over. I'm going to be trying to hit the other sections of the bracelet. And you can see why the wire was necessary. You can see that one we're going to have to pull in. It started splitting away even though I had the wire on the end. I think we've done enough hammering. If you don't want to hammer, you can leave it just like the bottom. Okay, that'll. Okay, we come to this cuff. So you've got your crossover there. So then you leave a little bit to accommodate the cuff end pipe, the piece of pipe. So when you come to this side, you've got to nip off and leave a little bit as well. Yes, hard stuff. Okay, I'm going to finish this off with a bit of sandpaper now. I'm doing everything manually, just for those people that don't have grinders or polishers or whatever, just to show you that it can be done manually. You don't need a whole lot of tools and machinery, power tools and things like that. A little bit of sandpaper that'll do the trick there. A little bit longer. There. Okay, we're going to cut 2 of these, obviously, and then flatten them slightly. Okay, get some sandpaper onto this. I've got wet 220. I'm just going to use it dry. And I don't want to file away all the texture. I just want to get rid of any rough edges. That's really necessary, but okay, so we're just going to give these little guys a little tap, not too much, and push it through. Okay, so push it right up to the top. There's a bit of a burr there that's holding the wire back, but that's dead right because I'm going to file that off anyway. And we'll file these little ends that are sticking out there, and we'll file that off nicely. Hello, baby. Honey, my girl. Come, get up here. Come on, jump, get up here. Okay, they're pretty on there pretty firmly. So now we can start filing those. See that your bracelet is not twisted at all. Is it twisted? Okay, I'm going to carry on filing these, and it's quite time consuming if you don't use a mini grinder or something like that, but you'll get there. So I'll be back now. Okay, there we go, all filed off. So they basically almost form, you've got these little loops and it almost forms part of that pattern. Let's just give this a final polish and then we can bend it. This is a huge bracelet, but it's for quite a big guy, so it should fit. Well, there we go. So all done and dusted. I think just be very, very careful how you bend on over those passovers. It's a bit finicky, but all in all, I think it turned out pretty nicely. I'm happy with it. Let me know in the comments if you are going to make it or not. I'd love to hear from you.